How can we make a high-end commercial using the team here at Views, keeping the cost down and be efficient on sets?
And we're going to use some light tubes, but other than that, just a natural lens.
And how did we organize the whole thing? Well, let's go through this in this video.
Our production company Views makes commercial and corporate videos for big and small clients here in Norway, but we also have these YouTube channels where we get a lot of requests to do sponsored videos. And Zhiyun is one of those that we have done quite a few videos for, and they wanted us to make a video on their new gimbal, the Crane 4. We have done so many gimbal videos that we thought it would be more fun to do a launch video for this Crane 4. So I made a small pitch on how we can make a cool launch video for this gimbal, and they liked it.
We needed to show the gimbal in a wide variety of scenarios and use cases to get enough footage for the commercial. So we devised 4 different fake shoots. One with some horse riding with the gimbal mounted on a car mount, one with some dancers inside the studio, one with a football freestyler outside, and one evening/night shoot with a couple that could look like something from a fictional film.
As we have almost all of the crew and equipment needed for such a production in-house, we could save quite a bit on the costs. I was the producer on this project, which means I'm responsible for the budget and that everything goes according to plan and the relationship with the client. For the more visual aspects, that's more on the director. And in Views we have different people that can do directing, and they all have the different styles. For example, Anders has his certain style, maybe a bit more run and gun, and then we have Matthias, which has a completely different style. For this project, I thought Matthias's style would work really well, and it's in a visual style that he enjoys a lot to do, so we chose him as the director.
Nice, fett. Det ble dritkult.
In addition to directing the commercial and being responsible for the visuals, I wrote the voiceover script together with Marius.
Since voiceover is an important part of this commercial, an important part of this shoot was the Since voiceover is such an important part of this commercial, and I've done a lot of voiceover work in my career, I helped write the script, and I also helped co-direct the film since there were so many scenes and so many different locations. So it was sort of like 2 shoots in 1 shoot in a way.
I then took the voiceover script and wrote in what types of scene and visuals I imagined for that part of the voice.
Because we have 4 different shoots, or 5 with the product shots. So I'm trying to see which shoot should we show which feature.
And then I used that to create a shot list for each of the 4 shoots.
For each shoot we have 3 different shot lists. We have one for the main shoot, one for the BTS, which is like which shots of the gimbal we need. And we have one with the drone, which BTS shots we need with the drone.
And since we were shooting 4 different shoots, we needed to vary who was operating the gimbal to make it look like lots of different shoots and lots of different operators.
So to be as efficient as possible on set, we used our own crew such as Anders, Maria, Matthias, Marius to be the models and filming them while they were filming the actual scenes.
So I was gonna shoot the scenes with the football freestyler.
And I was responsible for shooting the dance scene, the drama scene, and also some of the product shots.
I was coordinating this project, so I made the time schedule, finding the locations, contacting the talents. I was also the first AD during the shoots.
Production assistant, taking some behind the scene. Ok, nå skjønner jeg, det kan være litt vanskelig iblant. Skal vi se. So I was a production assistant, as well as taking some behind the scenes stills, as well as video.
And I was responsible for shooting the behind the scenes video for the video you're watching now.
In addition to the crew here at Views, we decided to hire a gaffer and a makeup artist that could also do a bit of styling to some of the shoots.
Coordinating such a big project, the communication is so important. We also needed a place where everybody could have access to the scripts and the call sheets and notes and other information. So we used the Milo note. There you could, for example, assign tasks to people and see when it was done. And you could also make a to-do list for yourself. This is going to be a shoot with a lot of different locations, so at the moment I'm trying to figure out where we could be, and we have to find dancers, we have to find a person who has a horse as well. The interesting with budget is that even though how much we have, it kind of always seems like it's not enough. These were the main expenses for each shoot. For the horse shoot it was location, horse, rider, car, and we had to buy costume for the rider. For the dance shoot it was location, dancers, gaffer, costume and car for the transport. For the football shoot it was a football freestyler, gaffer and car for transport. And the drama shoot was most expensive with location, actors, gaffer, makeup, car for transport, costume and an extra camera. There will always be some costs that come as a surprise. Like when we wanted to use this pavilion in this public park, I contacted the office of this district in Oslo. He said we could use it, but since we're going to use it for a commercial, we actually have to rent it. So it was a small fee to film there, but in the end it's always good to have a contract or permits that you can film there so you don't get thrown away like we perhaps did when we were younger.
How are you feeling, Kim?
Horse couldn't stay as long as we thought, so it's going to be 1 hour less that we can film with the horse. But me and Matthias and Marius think that we still can manage to get all the shots we need. But that's kind of like these small things that happens, you know, just before the shoot. We just roll with the punches and we think we're going to be a good day.
Howdy, partners.
Howdy, partners.
It's the first day and it's always exciting with the first day. We're gonna shoot horses today. I have some experience of that, but that's 14 years ago. 14 years ago.
Trying to make something that looks a bit more high-end, so we're doing a car rig. So we're using the Tilta Hydra Alien, which is this quite small and easy car rig. And we're gonna put the Zhiyun Crane 4 on the outside of this. And then we're gonna drive up and down this alleyway, behind the horse, in front of the horse. So I think that's gonna be cool.
Shooting some shots while we're rigging, to get some rigging shots for the commercial. And Kim is coordinating where to place the cars, and all man on deck.
This is actually quite nice. I have a V-mount battery here in my pocket, connected to the gimbal, so I can just shoot like this and never run out of battery. And this will last for up to 12 hours anyway, so it's gonna last for long, but now it's gonna last forever, so that's nice. Gimbal ready, and we're rolling, and action!
So I've been on a lot of different shoots, from big commercial sets to features, and the way we do things here at Views is a little bit different. It's a lot more flat structured. We do things more of a collaborative way. Everyone's allowed to be creative, everyone's allowed to be a part of the project, and it feels like a team effort. It feels like we're friends creating something together, which is a really good feeling. It can also become quite chaotic when you don't have like a leader who says, you do this, you go there, you do this. And instead everyone is sort of creative together, and it becomes a bit of a chaos.
Marius had to go back to the office because there's one small piece missing for the gimbal. So while he does that, we're gonna shoot some other stuff, so to be efficient.
But as long as you land the shots you need and get the product that you want, then I don't mind a little chaos.
So the first day of the shooting was the horse shoot, and I remember I was pretty scared actually because, yeah, they're majestic creatures and you never know how they're gonna react. So, yeah, it was a little bit scary. And I had to stand really close by the horse with a reflector, and horses are prone to reacting to, you know, shiny things, I guess. And when it got close, it started like jumping up and down, and I got scared, and I just kind of ran back. Why couldn't we just shoot the goats? I mean, they were there and probably would be cheaper as well.
Okay, so we're done with the first shots of the horse. Now we're going to do the car scene. It's going to be interesting.
Setup now will be Marius driving, and then I'll be sitting in the back recording and watching the screen right here and controlling the gimbal.
One of the challenges of filming in public places is that you don't have control of other people. So like when we were filming the car scene, there was a lot of people in the shot. I just had to do my duty as first AD and get rid of them. Luckily most people are understandable and will just go away, and we could keep the schedule.
Nice, fett. Det ble dritkult.
Day one, it went good. I think we got some really good shots of the horse at least.
Did it, Matthias?
Yeah, we got what we needed, so we're good.
Good.
What was your favorite shot?
I think we got a really cool, like a few cool seconds of the horse when it was riding over there. It was dark, it was hard to see, but I think we got some nice shots. Alright.
So who's doing behind the scenes tomorrow? You?
Me.
There you go.
Thank you.
And who's filming tomorrow?
You're filming.
It's day 2. We're at the big storage in nowhere. We're gonna shoot dancing scenes today. We're gonna film the product itself in this environment. And today we're gonna focus a lot on like quick movements with the camera, a lot of action, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's nice it's inside because it's raining today, so that was luck. Shooting today, again with A1, Sony A1, and a Pro Mist filter to create a little bit like a soft glow in the shots, in the highlights. We want to expose so we see outside. So I'm going to use a variable ND as well, on top of the Pro Mist filter. We're using the Zhiyun Molus X100 to get some rim light, backlight. I look so tired in this shot. Struggling filmmaker. That's good. That's realistic. Camera orbits for dancers as they follow the camera with their orientation.
And we're gonna do half a rotation now, so... Since we're trying to be very efficient with the shoot, I contacted my dancer friends and asked if they wanted to join, and they were really excited to be a part of it. The great thing about working with friends is that I already knew that they were more than qualified enough for the job. For the shoot, I just made a very short choreography that I just taught them right before the shoot, and they just picked it right up.
Do it again.
There we go. Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, next one, vertical.
Yeah.
Even though I planned all of the fake shoots, on the day I just let the gimbal operator be creative and create whatever they wanted, as long as we got some of the key shots.
Jeg ser på meg den hastigheten her. Ja. Som mer sånn fokuserer på kontrollerte bevegelser.
Ja. So I was filming the football freestyler shoot, and I've done some filming before, but filming with a gimbal is very new to me, and I've not done it a lot. And it went okay. It was actually quite fun. I saw that like, okay, I can do this, but when I needed to especially do like the orbit shots, it was just not it was not happening. So Matthias had to take over, and I'm honestly relieved because that way I knew that we will get the shots that we need.
You're fired.
I'm fired.
We are using some natural light here on the Opera House roof, which is a classic place to shoot photos, but this is an international commercial, so we don't think people recognize it too much. And we're going to use some light tubes to get some fill, but other than that, just a natural light.
Okay, it's day 4 and we are heading towards Torshov-parken, right? With this beast of a camera. Well, it's not a beast, but it's Sony FX6.
Yeah, look, another film crew.
What camera did they have?
Yeah, 2 easy rigs.
2 easy rigs.
The drivers of ambulance, they always look so chill when they have the blue lights on. They're just like, they're driving like normal, but just really fast.
I think we're gonna get some nice shots today with the sunset.
Yeah, tomorrow is the longest day of the year. Sunset at 11 and sunrise at like 3, 4.
Imagine that! That's Norway. So today's shoot is gonna be maybe until 1 o'clock this night or 2. We'll see.
The final day today.
Yeah, we're so lucky with the weather. It's crazy.
Tell me about it. I've been, and I don't think I've never been so much on the weather forecast website as this previous weeks or days, and every time it's rain, my heart just stops pounding.
The shoot in the park was amazing. That's when you feel like, this is why I love being on set filming, because it was such a good vibe.
He's impressing the ladies.
And when it's a good vibe on set, it reflects on everyone. Like everyone feels it, and then everyone will do a good job because they care about what they do.
Hi. Are you filming behind the scenes today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Thank you.
I did it while you were?
Okay.
We had a lot of time, we had a really nice location, we had some good actors, and we got to play around with different lighting during both the daytime sunset and during nighttime.
Of course, you can't like be too relaxed as well, like you're on vacation. It is still a shoot, it's a job.
How much time do you have, Morten?
Until I die, or what?
The battery.
How the battery?
Is it 1200D on 80%?
80?
Yeah.
Good 4 or 5 hours with this on full blast.
Nice.
Should get us through the day.
Yeah.
We used the sun a lot here at this shoot, and the sun moved, of course, so you had to improvise a little bit while we shot. But when it's a good vibe on set, it's easier to improvise because you feel more connected to each other and you are more open for ideas, you get more creative. You know, we have been planning this for a while, and you know, we had to book actors, we had to book makeup, light technician, gaffer. So we really had to shoot today. So that we got this weather is just, yeah, you can't predict it, that's the thing. You just have to go for a day and then what comes, comes.
One thing that we wanted to capture on set was a sort of lifestyle feeling. Most of the types of videos have lots of product shots, which they of course need, but we also wanted to show a little bit of the crew having fun, looking at footage together and talking, just to make it feel like the gimbal was a big part of the crew and filmmaking lifestyle.
Okay, it's time for the last scenes.
We weren't that big of a crew, but everyone did what they were supposed to do. We got all the shots we needed, and we had fun doing it. It could have been better organized. We could have had a better plan for lighting maybe. So some things could have been improved, but in the end I'm really happy with the results we got.
You have to have fun. You have to find ways to where you can work and feel the joy of making films. That makes your life better, that makes the result better. As long as you can stay focused, that is a job as well. You don't want to ruin a friendship because of something that was challenging on set. That's a wrap.
Yes.
It's a wrap. Yes. Good job.
Great job, everyone.
So 1 o'clock?
Yeah.
Yes.
We also planned a studio shoot here in the studio with the gimbal to get some nice product shots. And some extra shots that we shot during a cabin trip with the Views team.
In terms of editing, for this project we had a lot of footage. We had the behind-the-scenes footage of the film crew, then we had the actual footage from the gimbal, and then we also had like add-ons like drone shots and stuff. So that was a lot to go through. What I did is that I organized everything in their own timelines. So each behind-the-scenes location got its own timeline, and each gimbal shoot location got its own timeline, and then doing selects from that. So since we had a lot of footage, but the final product would be relatively short, like 2 to 3 minutes, we had to be very picky when selecting the shots, which in my opinion I think is kind of a relief, because it makes it easier to make decisions when you're doing selects and editing, because you're like, you know what, this doesn't cut it, this shot is better, let's go with this one. So for this commercial we wanted to have a very youthful lifestyle feel to it. So in terms of editing, that meant picking shots that have a lot of momentum, a lot of drive movement in the photo, and that kind of shows the good vibes on set. When it comes to color grading, like I mentioned, we had a lot of different cameras. You know, we have the behind-the-scenes one, the gimbal one, and then the drone one. So first it's important to really match all of the footage and make it look seamless. Then we go in and make like individual adjustments that we need. Once we're happy with that, we can put the finishing touch and use maybe a lookup table or something like Filmbox to kind of tie it all together and give it a cohesive, creative look.
We know that sometimes everything is not under your control. So with a built-in 10-watt fill light, you will never have to worry about underexposing your subject. It's the magic that captivates audiences and elevates your storytelling. Introducing the Zhiyun Crane 4. A brand new camera gimbal that will unlock your creative potential and take your filmmaking to new heights. The Crane 4 is engineered to be lightweight and easily portable. Whether you're trekking through rugged terrain or capturing fast-paced action, this gimbal will not slow you down. We want the gimbal experience to feel effortless, both shooting and setting it up. And with the new balance light indicators, balancing is quicker and easier than ever. When you're out shooting, we know that time is of the essence. The quick release module will allow you to switch effortlessly between camera mounts in a matter of seconds. And you can now also get those important shots for social media with just a click of a button. Shooting long days can be a tough challenge for any filmmaker, but the new adjustable sling grip will allow for easy switching between sling mode and two-handed mode, both saving time and increasing comfort. And when combined with the newly upgraded wrist rest, which significantly reduces shooting fatigue, it will give you more precise and consistent shooting conditions.
Thanks for watching. If you have been following us for a while, we are curious to hear from you what kind of content you like the most, what should we produce more of. Take care, enjoy filmmaking, and we'll see you again soon. Ha det bra!